Nice spot. You're away from it, but it doesn't feel all that far back. Because you're 15 minutes from Vernon, depending on the vehicle. With Alabama, it'll be 20. You have to coax that old girl in the forest to serve as roads. But we make it. Sure feels good to get a little bit of solitude in a positive way. Quiet. Canadiana. I just stepped on a rock. That Canadiana wilderness experience. Okay, those are hornets. We're gonna go up here a little bit. Mud hornets are not not to be reckoned with. I had some wasps on my balcony. A neighbor came by, or a coworker rather, came by and handled it for me. Got him a bottle of wine for that. And you're thinking, well, why didn't you just handle it yourself? It was trickier than you think. It wasn't just hanging off of, the nest wasn't just hanging off of somewhere. It was in a tricky spot. Even this coworker who's very experienced with this type of thing said the same thing. It was a little bit tricky. So anyway, it would appear as though that crisis is resolved. That is about this view from here. I'm gonna go ahead and call that about as Canadiana a lake site as you're gonna get. Looks like I could swear there's something in the water right there. Perhaps not. Yeah, that's Canada. Savor it. That's my take on that. So we're back to the kind of main spot. I don't want to spend too much time in the sun. I've had a bit too much sun exposure and heat exposure this week, so we're gonna take it easy and get going here. There's some neat photographic opportunities with these old logs that have washed up and not been used for firewood yet. There's, you know, that girl, hottest rig in showbiz, right up by the outhouse there. Just want to get a shot of this one. This stump here. And I might decide I want to walk across that log. Let's see how viable that is. I got an itchy shoulder. So there's an old shell right there. Very old 303. Yeah. There's a neat shot there. Do we want to attempt that crossing? Let's have a look. Absolutely mandatory that I scratch my shoulder. These things, if you're not Canadian or familiar, this little rock structure here, these are called Inukshuk. It's a northern First Nation, I guess, term. We used to call them Eskimos. We do not use that term anymore. And I've often made these things just as a bit of an artistic endeavor. Don't feel like it today. I think I just want to get going. But no, that log crossing could certainly be done, but not as easily as I initially thought. So up we go, and off we go as the jet takes this perfect moment to decide to fly over from King Edward Lake wreck site just outside Vernon, British Columbia. Not a bad way to spend an afternoon. The road back to that wreck site is sure pretty. This is the Forest Service Road that you take to get back there. That's kind of Greater Vernon down below. I'll probably get another shot before calling it on this one.